You cannot move forward if you spend your entire life listening to doubt, negativity, and the opinions of people who do not believe in you. You are giving too much power to other people's ideas about who you should become instead of trusting your own vision of who you can be. Why would you surround yourself with people who constantly make you feel smaller? Why would you measure your worth by the number of people standing beside you, the number of followers you have, or the number of people who claim to support you? Ask yourself a deeper question. How many of those people truly know you? How many of them understand what is inside you? And how many of them actually want to see you become everything you were meant to become? Even the people who dislike you may be watching you. They see something in you, but they may not recognize your greatness. Sometimes people are threatened by what they see in you because they are not satisfied with themselves. They don't encourage your potential. Instead, they try to convince you to believe in their limitations. But you have to wake up. Wake up from that mental prison. Wake up from the nightmare of despair. Wake up and allow your opportunities to come alive. Yes, difficult days are coming. There will be painful moments. There will be setbacks, disappointments, rejection, and days when you question whether you can continue. But difficult circumstances do not mean your dreams have to die. You cannot stop. You have to keep working. When people are watching you from every direction, remember that everyone is paying attention. So give them something worth watching. Curve. Let them see what happens when you refuse to quit. Let them see what happens when you refuse to be controlled by fear. You must develop a mentality that says, you cannot stop what I created. You may dislike it, but you cannot destroy it. My ideas belong to me. My dreams belong to me. My future belongs to me. So many people have enormous dreams, but they never take action. Listen carefully. If you do not believe in yourself, you have already lost the battle. When you don't believe in yourself, you either never try or you convince yourself that success is impossible. And once you convince yourself that you cannot succeed, your actions begin producing results that confirm your belief. You fall short because you expected yourself to fall short. Stop focusing only on probability. Instead of asking, what are the chances that this will happen? Ask yourself, how would my life change if I actually accomplished this? That is the question you need to live with. Do not wait for permission. Do not wait for approval. Do not wait for someone else to tell you that you are capable. You have to become your own biggest supporter. If nobody is cheering for you, cheer for yourself. If nobody acknowledges you, acknowledge yourself. If nobody supports you, support yourself. Because if you continue showing up, if you keep working, and if you remain consistent through your darkest moments, eventually your results will speak for you. The people who ignored you will notice. The people who doubted you will notice. And the people who laughed at you will have to watch you become everything they said you couldn't be. But you must stop blaming the past. Maybe your childhood was difficult. Maybe someone treated you badly. Maybe a teacher made you feel worthless. Maybe someone betrayed you. Maybe you experienced rejection years ago. I am not here to tell you that your pain was not real. Your pain was real. But you cannot allow yesterday to control tomorrow. At some point, you have to let go. Because when you constantly blame the past, you fail to recognize the strength you have today. You cannot step into your power while constantly giving your power away. Every morning when you open your eyes, you have a responsibility. Take responsibility for how you think. Take responsibility for what you do. Take responsibility for how you respond. You are not responsible for everything that happens to you, but you are responsible for what you do with what happens to you. Stop putting your future into somebody else's hands. Take your power back. Choose the direction of your life. Choose the person you are becoming. And understand this. It will not be easy. If something truly matters to you, you will find a way. You will become resourceful. It is not always about the accomplishment. It is about the effort. It is about continuing to move. Keep the effort alive. And eventually the excuses become irrelevant. Excuses do not produce results. Action does. You get one opportunity to live this life. One life. One chance to make your time meaningful. Life is too short to spend it making excuses. Momentum matters. When you build positive momentum, everything begins to change. If you start eating healthier, exercising, working harder, learning, creating, and improving yourself, momentum begins to build. You wake up with energy. You become excited about progress. You start pushing yourself further, and that energy carries into everything else you do. Momentum creates energy, but laziness steals energy. Being inactive, uninspired, bored, and constantly distracted can rob you of one of the most valuable things you can possess: enthusiasm. Never define yourself by your failures. You are not your failures. You are not the mistakes you made. You are not the rejection you experienced. Your life is a collection of lessons. When you fail, ask yourself, what did this teach me? Failure can show you what not to do. Failure can make you stronger. Failure can prepare you for the next opportunity. But you have to stop living inside your failures. Learn from them and move forward. Sometimes you reach a point where you are grateful for what you have, but you also know that you are no longer growing. And when you stop growing, something inside you starts demanding change. You may have to leave what is comfortable. You may have to step away from something that once made you successful. You may have to take a risk. You may have to choose uncertainty over comfort. But sometimes the role that challenges you is the role that transforms you. Why choose something difficult? Because difficulty forces you to grow. You don't truly experience risk unless there is something to lose. When you challenge yourself, you feel alive. You become nervous. You become uncomfortable. But when you prepare, show up, and accomplish what you set out to do, you experience something powerful. You experience proof that you are capable. Every difficult challenge gives you another opportunity to discover who you really are. The world can be interpreted in many different ways, but not every interpretation leads to a meaningful life. You need to choose a way of thinking that helps you become productive, purposeful, and strong. Remember that every day is a page in the book of your life. What you do repeatedly becomes your life. Consider how much time people waste fighting unnecessary battles. Maybe someone spends 45 minutes every night arguing with their child about bedtime. 45 minutes may not seem like much, but multiply it. Every day becomes hours every week. Weeks become months. Months become years. Small problems repeated every day can consume enormous portions of your life. That is why you have to fix the things that repeatedly steal your time and energy. If you eat with your family every day, improve those moments. If you work every day, improve the way you work. If you spend time with people every day, improve those relationships. Because your life is not only the big moments. Your life is the ordinary moments you repeat. You can talk about change forever, or you can become part of the action. I don't want to simply talk about change. I want to create change. When you see somebody successful, don't become jealous. Study them. Learn from them. Ask yourself what they did. Observe their discipline. Understand their journey. Then take that inspiration and apply it to your own life. Don't try to become them. Become a stronger version of yourself. Your circle matters. When you surround yourself with good people, ambitious people, disciplined people, and people who are committed to growth, your environment begins to change you. You become part of a different world. You begin thinking differently. You begin acting differently. You begin expecting more from yourself. Build a force field around your life. Protect what matters. Protect your peace. Protect your purpose. Protect the people who genuinely love you. If someone does not add strength to your life, you do not have to give them unlimited access to you. You have one life. Your goal should be to live it to the best of your ability. And understand this, it is you versus you. The greatest person standing in your way is often yourself. Stop comparing yourself to what other people are doing. Their journey is not your journey. Their success is not your timeline. Your responsibility is to become better than you were yesterday. Hard work brings rewards. I wish I could tell you that life becomes easier as you get older. Sometimes it doesn't. The responsibilities can become heavier. The mountain can become higher. The ocean can become wider. That is why you cannot wait forever. Indecision is a decision. It is a decision to remain where you are. Time will not wait for you. The clock keeps moving. There are no timeouts in life. There are no permanent breaks. If plan A doesn't work, create another plan. There are more possibilities than you can imagine. This isn't a game where you get only 3 attempts. You can try again. You can learn again. You can rebuild again. Your dream only truly dies when you decide to stop pursuing it. When darkness comes, keep walking. When you feel like you cannot take another step, trust yourself. Think about a bird sitting on a branch. The bird doesn't place all its trust in the branch. It trusts its wings. If the branch breaks, the bird can still fly. Be like that bird. Do not put all your confidence in circumstances. Trust your ability to adapt. Trust your ability to recover. Trust your ability to keep moving. The safest path often brings the smallest reward. Stop focusing only on what could go wrong. Start thinking about what could go right. There may be 1,000 reasons to be afraid, but fear is not a command to stop. Dare to face it. Dare to become better. The real question is, how badly do you want it? And what are you willing to do to get it? There is a power inside you that is greater than you realize. Use it. Believe in yourself before anyone else does. Believe that your dreams can become real. Believe in your ability to grow. Believe in your capacity for greatness. Success is not simply about talent. It is about consistency. You may not choose how you begin your life, but you can choose what you do from this moment forward. Every day you have a choice. You can show up. You can work hard. You can give everything you have. You can refuse to leave anything on the table. And if you continue doing that, eventually your consistency will produce results. You will face difficult situations. There will be moments when you doubt your ability. There will be moments when you feel incapable of overcoming the challenge in front of you. You may want to run, but running away is rarely the answer. The way out is through. Fox the obstacle. Steady yourself, control your fear. Put your head down and move directly through the challenge. The storm may shake you, but it does not have to break you. Believe that you can survive the storm. When you reach the other side, you will be stronger because you endured it. Your fears can become your greatest teachers. The things that challenge you can transform you. If something never challenges you, it may never change you. In life, you have two choices. You can step forward, accept risk, and grow. Or you can play it safe and slowly retreat into the shadows. Your dreams will not come true by themselves. You have to work. Great things rarely come from comfort zones. If you want to become someone you've never been, you must be willing to do things you've never done. That is frightening. But you know what is even more frightening? Living the same unhappy life year after year. Looking in the mirror and realizing that you never became the person you knew you could be. Don't live like that. At any moment, you can change direction. You can change your habits. You can change your environment. You can change your life. But you must be willing to do something differently. You must be willing to take risks. You must be willing to be courageous. You must be willing to leave your comfort zone. If you're willing to stand at the edge and take the leap, you give yourself the opportunity to become something you've never been. Will it be easy? Probably not. But if you want to change your life, you have to choose what is right instead of what is easy. Too many people choose the easy road, even when they know it is the wrong road. Take the road that challenges you. Real greatness isn't determined by where you started. It is determined by what you do with what you were given. The true secret of success is simple. Show up, work hard, don't quit, and keep asking questions. Keep learning. Keep improving. Keep moving. Do you really want to go through life without discovering your potential? Do you want to wake up one day and realize that your dreams passed you by because you were too afraid to pursue them? Every person has dreams. Every person has passions. Every person has something they want to accomplish. But at the end of the day, you are the person who has to live with your choices. You can be loved by everyone and still feel empty if you know you haven't lived according to your values. You can be criticized by everyone and still have peace if you know you gave your best. At the end of the day, you must be able to look into the mirror and respect the person looking back at you. Believe in everything that you are. Understand that there is something inside you greater than any obstacle you will face. Have faith in your ability. Work hard. Never give up. And understand that there is very little you cannot accomplish when you refuse to quit. The key is to be yourself with confidence. No matter what you decide to pursue, your first belief must be, I believe in me. The most important person who needs to believe in you is you. One of your biggest problems may be that you keep believing there is another person who can do what you were created to do. There isn't. There is nobody exactly like you. Nobody has your exact experiences. Nobody has your exact perspective. Nobody can bring your exact combination of skills, passion, and determination into the world. You don't need anyone's permission to make your dream real. Things may not always happen exactly the way you want, but everything you experience can become part of your purpose. There are moments you may not understand. There are setbacks that may seem unfair, but keep moving. Your purpose is bigger than one difficult moment. You were not created to hide your dreams under a pillow every night. You were not created to wake up every morning and spend your life building somebody else's dream while abandoning your own. Your spirit wants more. Your circumstances do not define your potential. Your past does not define your future. What happened to your family does not determine what you can become. What someone did to you does not determine where you will go. Every morning, ask yourself, what is my assignment today? Then walk into every room prepared to give your best show up. Work, learn, create. Remember your passion. When you cannot see a light at the end of the tunnel, remember the life that is still burning inside you. There is no one on this planet who can completely stop you from becoming who you choose to become. Move forward. Don't constantly look backward. The goal is not to return to who you used to be. The goal is to become someone stronger than you have ever been. Don't spend your life trying to get back what you had. Build something better. There are 3 kinds of people in the world. There are people who watch things happen. There are people who wonder what happened. And there are people who make things happen. Decide which one you are. You can make a wish, or you can make it happen. But first, you must believe that you can. You must believe that you will. You must believe that you must. Stop trying to make yourself smaller so other people feel comfortable around you. You may know that you have more potential, yet you keep turning down your own light because you are afraid of making other people uncomfortable. Stop checking the room to see how much of yourself people can handle. Be who you are. Let your light shine. You are allowed to be imperfect and still be powerful. You are allowed to be learning and still be great. You are allowed to have weaknesses and still possess extraordinary strength. Let all of those things exist together. Then bring your whole self into the world. Get up. Work hard. Put effort into what you want from life. Because ultimately, you have to use what is inside you. Don't wait for someone to tell you what to do. You already know there are things you need to accomplish. Go out there and get them done. You need courage. You need discipline. You need determination. And you need to believe that you are capable of reaching the level you want and going beyond it. There is still fire inside you. Everything you've survived has given you evidence that you are stronger than you think. See your value. Other people have failed. Other people have missed their opportunities. Other people have given up. But you are still here. That means something. You were born for this moment. Right now, you have what you need to take the next step. Between where you are and where you are going, there is one person who must make the decision. You. You have to work day after day to become the best person you can possibly be. Through the good and the bad, stand strong. There will always be a balance between struggle and growth. Your job is to keep moving through it. Be strong, be productive. Become the best version of yourself. Your greatest fear is not necessarily that you will fall. Your greatest fear may be that you will live your entire life and never discover how far you could have flown. You may not be afraid of dying. You may be afraid of leaving this world without ever showing people who you truly were, without ever making your contribution, without ever leaving your fingerprint. So ask yourself, how did you dream before you got hurt? Before rejection? Before failure? Before disappointment? Before people told you that you couldn't? Think about the memories you wanted to create. Think about the stories you wanted to tell. Defeat may have left an image in your mind, but you don't have to keep looking at it. Erase the face of defeat. Embrace the process. None of us will be here forever. Eventually, every one of us will leave this planet. So make the most of the life you have today. And if tomorrow comes, understand that tomorrow comes with another responsibility, another opportunity, another chance to work. There is no one exactly like you anywhere on earth. Nobody can do exactly what you can do. You are the only person who can live your life. Stop waiting for perfection. Perfection is an illusion. Waiting for everything to be perfect is often just an excuse to never begin. Your story is not meant to become your prison. Your story is meant to become your fuel. So get out there. Work, build out, create, grow. No matter where you are, no matter what you're facing, no matter what happened yesterday, you still have a chance. Make it count. Get the work done at your responsibility, and keep moving forward. I don't believe in Plan B when Plan B becomes an excuse to abandon Plan A. When people tell you it can't be done, you need to hear it can be done. When they say no, you need to hear find another way. When they say it's impossible, you need to respond with action. But be careful when the doubt comes from inside you. Because when you start doubting yourself, you begin creating an escape route before you've even given your dream a real chance. You start thinking, if this doesn't work, I'll do something else. Sometimes that safety net becomes the reason you don't give everything to your goal. Commitment matters. When you truly commit, you stop looking for excuses. You decide that you are going to do the work. You decide that you are going to learn. You decide that you are going to adapt. And you decide that failure will not be the end of your story. Do not be afraid of failure. There is nothing shameful about failing. Failure is part of the process. Think about the greatest athletes, entrepreneurs, artists, and leaders. They failed. They missed opportunities. They made mistakes. They lost. But they kept going. Failure doesn't make you a failure. Quitting does. Michael Jordan missed thousands of shots during his career. Does that make him a failure? No. His failures became part of the story of his greatness. You will fail too. That's okay. What matters is what you do after you fail. Do you stay down? Or do you get back up? Do you learn? Do you adapt? Do you keep working? That's the difference. You need to enter beast mode. Not for one day. Not for 1 week. but as a mindset. Wake up with purpose, work with purpose, train with purpose, study with purpose, build with purpose. Because when you live with discipline, you begin doing things other people are unwilling to do. And when you do what others refuse to do, you can eventually have what others don't have. So ask yourself, what is the one thing you are determined to accomplish? What is the dream you refuse to abandon? What is the goal you are willing to work for? Everyone wants to be a beast until it is time to do what beasts do. Everyone wants success. Everyone wants their dreams to become reality. But dreams demand work. There is nobody who wakes up saying, I want to waste my life. People want progress. They want success. They want to reach another level. But wanting is not enough. You have to execute. Understand this. Seasons are temporary. Crisis is not a permanent condition. Difficult seasons come and go. Your responsibility is to organize your life so that you can outlast the season. Don't let one bad chapter convince you that the entire book is ruined. As long as you remain average, you will continue receiving average results. But when you decide to raise your standards, your habits, your discipline, and your effort, you begin changing your future. Nobody can do this for you. You have to do it. And you must keep reminding yourself, it is not over until I win. Life has taught me that you grow through what you go through. Every level has another challenge. The depth of your struggle can determine the height of your success. Everyone has a dream. Everyone has a goal. Everyone wants something. But your inner drive must be activated. Turn the switch on and keep it on. Because the challenge begins when it is time to do the work. There will be distractions. There will be critics. There will be people who hate. There will be obstacles. There will be trials. There will be setbacks. And there will be days when you wonder whether you can continue. That's when you have to outlast the pain. Recycle your pain. Don't waste it. Use it. Turn your struggles into strength. Turn your rejection into determination. Turn your failures into lessons. Turn your pain into purpose. Maybe you have experienced homelessness. Maybe you were rejected. Maybe your family relationships were difficult. Maybe you were forced to start over. Maybe you were told that you would never become anything. Don't allow those experiences to become the end of your story. Use them as fuel. Tell yourself, this may be my current circumstance, but it will not be the final chapter of my life. You only have to survive today. You only have to win today. You only have to keep moving today. Tomorrow will come, and when it comes, you will have another opportunity. Maybe today isn't your day, but that doesn't mean your day will never come. Keep going. Keep believing. Keep working. One day, the work you are doing today will become the evidence of how far you've come. So ask yourself one final question. What are you going to do with your pain? Will you allow it to break you, or will you allow it to redefine you? You cannot choose everything that happens to you, but you can choose what you become because of it. Your pain can become your prison, or your pain can become your power. Your past can become your excuse, or your past can become your fuel. Your failures can become your identity, or they can become your education. The choice is yours. So, get up, believe in yourself. Work harder. Stay consistent. Protect your dream. Outlast the pain. And never forget, you are still here. You still have time. You still have a chance. Now go out there and make your life count.